you'll see the monk. And the monk is a fast, quick hero, and we had to support that with animation. We had to make all his martial arts moves very fast, very quick, so it worked for gameplay. And today we got a BlizzCon exclusive. You're going to see probably the most dangerous skill in all of the Diablo universe. This thing can destroy any demon, anything that comes on screen. You ready? Are you ready? It's coming up. Boosh, rainbow kick. Rainbow kick, everybody. Yes, yes. It'll just clear house. It's awesome. Now we have tools, obviously, that are made for us and that we buy, but one of the key tools for an animator is reference. We went to the zoo here and we got some footage of tigers, and the concept teams comes up with these great monsters, but they don't exist, and we have to kind of anchor them and build on top of it. So what we do here is we look at a tiger and we kind of use it for the siege breaker, but we're not copying. We're using it as a foundation. We still want to make a unique animation for the siege breaker, for our world, and this is just like a foundation. It's just laying the pavement to build upon. And the same goes for human characters. Here's my co-worker Nan, and he animated the wizard. So he knew exactly what he was looking for, he knew what he wanted to capture for the character, and he referenced himself, and then he lays it down as a foundation and builds upon it for the wizard. And that's a bit of a glimpse into animation. I just want to give credit to Nan here. He put this video together, he did an excellent job. And also, today when you guys are playing the demo, you see a cool animation, this is basically the process. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Hago from the Tech Art team. I promise it won't be boring. Wait, how many of you guys like Diablo? Anybody? I love Diablo, man. Come on, what was that? Yeah. Whatever, I guess I'll just start. All right, Tech Art team, here we go. That's all of us on the Tech Art team. If you can find me on this picture somewhere, it's a little bit where's Waldo, I don't know if you guys can see me. If you can find me, come and get me after the show. I'll give you a free SOJ. Nobody? All right. These are all of our responsibilities. A lot of words up there, I don't know what they mean, you don't know what they mean. A lot of words, a lot of responsibilities, basically tech art. So, my responsibility down there is at the very bottom where it says effects. That's where I come in, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about our process for generating skills and stuff for heroes. So, our latest hero, of course, is the monk. What do you guys think about the monk? That's what I want to hear. So, we usually get a drawing from the concept team, and it takes some time to develop what we want this character to look like. But once we have that concept finished, we'll kind of send out this concept to everybody on the team and ask a couple of really important questions. Like, what do you think this character does? So, and typically we'll get back 100 or so responses of different ideas for what this character can do. And these ideas, they can come from anyone. They can come from QA or the janitors. It doesn't matter. I mean, good ideas are good ideas, and that's really what it comes down to. So, next phase. Once we have our 100 or so ideas, we'll have a kind of a culling and planning phase meeting, which I call the funnest meeting on earth. It's not bad for a corporate meeting. So we'll take from that 100 or so skills, and we'll pick maybe 10 or so to get the hero really off the ground and to get kind of an example of what he does. We'll pick maybe 5 that are kind of surefire, and then 5 that are maybe a little right in the line, things that we think push the boundaries of what he can do. And of course, we have to fulfill the design goals. So I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek into some early versions of the monk skill Way of 100 Fists. So here in this video, you can kind of see like the very first implementation of what this skill looked like. And it plays all right, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys see the video, but it just, I don't know, is it not looping? I'm gonna make it loop. I'm gonna make you guys watch it loop. Whatever. Okay, so basically the skill, you're supposed to like dash in and then hit like 500 times and then explode the air with your fist. So this little video here doesn't quite really get that across. So we're gonna add some sauce, Oh, did I loop it? Next. Okay, here we go, refinement. So, as you can see, what we've added here is we've added some get hit stuff, like the monster's falling over, he's responding. It feels a little bit more like an explosion. He's supposed to be fast and rapid. That's what he's supposed to feel like, right? Like a kung fu master, it's supposed to be awesome. So, it's kind of like, and then boom! That's what it's supposed to feel like when you play it. So, I don't think we can describe that in words very well. Next. This is definitely where we add a dash of awesome. So we use like lens flare filters to generate all of our effects. We put every lens flare you can possibly imagine all over everything, because generally that makes it pretty sweet, right? So here you can kind of see like, I think this is the version we have in the game right now. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Well, that's pretty good. I hope you guys like it. Okay, so here's kind of like a compilation video of all the different skills we have. And this is generally, once we have our 10 skills in or so, we collect feedback from all the people that play the game, which happens to include all of you guys here today. So if you happen to see me around, tell me whether or not you like the skills or any changes you'd like to see. So here we go, this is kind of a compilation video. And that's generally how we do effects. What do you guys think? Do you like it? No, you like the monk? Come on, yell, I can't even hear you up there. That's what I want to hear, thank you. Excitement. All right, so now we're going to move on to the dungeon team. Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Patrick Stone. I'm going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at how we make dungeons for Diablo 3. All right, so here's the dungeon team. They're a colorful group, as you can see. Super talented guys. They're awesome. You know, they're the ones that make it all possible in the dungeons. So, good guys. So when we're starting a dungeon, we usually start off with group discussions. We talk about, what's this dungeon all about? How does it fit into the world? What are the themes you want to get across? What is this dungeon? And so once we're happy with those ideas that we come up with, we move on to the concept stage. And with concepts, we're really exploring, all the visual cues that will make that dungeon come to life. We iterate on that like we iterate on everything at Blizzard. And, so the final dungeon won't necessarily look exactly like the concepts, but it's definitely a really helpful jumping off point. So once we're happy with those concepts, we move on to dungeon room layouts. And these are just gray box layouts made by design, and we use these to playtest. So we iterate on these for all the different things that affect gameplay, like room size, room connections, elevation changes. All those things affect how, when you're running around the dungeons, does it feel good? Does it feel like what it's supposed to feel like? Once we're happy with those layouts, we kind of move on to showcase rooms. So really, this is, we're giving you guys huge, awesome dungeons in D3, so we really want to define the visuals on a small scale so we can really get the polish that we want. So when you're seeing these dungeons, they look amazing. And so we do that by working really small, and the idea here is to generate a lot of art that we can use for all the rest of the dungeons. So we do this in a pass stage. So the first pass, you can see here, is a little designer layout area. It's just gray box, really simple. And the goal here is to just get really basic art. We want art that you can just walk around in. So you've got corners, walls, floors. It's not a whole lot of fun to look at yet, but it's our foundation for what the dungeon's going to eventually be. So we really want that canvas, which we can add more detail to, really flesh out the location, And so from there, we go on to the second pass. So the second pass is where we add more variety, all right? So here you can see we're adding a theme to the environment. In this case, this is a cathedral dungeon. We've added architecture throughout it. We've got bookcases here. We've got arches, doorways, some iron bars. Really trying to just add a little bit more detail to the environment. Just flesh out, what's this environment all about, this dungeon.